Good morning, passport holders. Today, April 5th, 2017, day 887 of the vlogs. And yes, today is off to a great start. A couple minuses in the mix, but overall, a lot of pluses. So I woke up this morning and saw that DailyVee 199 was released at 7 a.m. my time, which is tremendous. I actually stayed in bed and I was like, oh, I'll just kind of start working. I'll just kind of like, I'll do like the first 5 minutes of the transcription. And before I knew it, I had been in bed for an hour. I had finished the entire 15-minute long episode in a transcription phase, speaker identified, sound identified, music identified, all that stuff. And I was like, okay, now I want to go jump a shower. So I did that. I ended up getting an email back from the captioner that was supposedly working on the last piece for DailyVee 196. She'd intended to unlock it and basically say that like there's really bad audio in it, and I'm sure there is. But she failed to actually undo it. So for over a day, it's just been sitting there locked up. So I'm a little upset with her, not gonna lie, but I'm gonna let that slide for now because she's been really good in the past. So I'm going to end up, after I finish DailyVee 199, I'm gonna do that one section in 196 and then recombine it with all the other pieces that I have. And that will result in me basically having 196 done as well. So that's the target before lunch. Once that's done, if I can do that, then that allows me to just focus on the Vancouver keynote, which is the only other piece from the VaynerMedia guys in the queue right now. So if I finish that, then the VaynerMedia queue is done, the entire company's queue is done, and I can get onto this documentation, which is the target for me to finish the editing on the videos, which once again shouldn't take me more than a couple of hours to do all the video editing and all that stuff and get all the screenshots that I need out of that in order to then finish the documentation. So once the documentation is finished, I'll upload those videos, I'll do a final kind of pass through on everything, make sure that I've given all the information, all the data that I possibly can, and then, you know, ship it over to the VaynerMedia guys. I'm kind of done with this documentation and with the shorties and with everything else, and so once I get done with that, then that frees me up a ton. I mean, we're talking between 20 and 50 hours a week because of the shorties stuff. So gets me back to the point where I can just do split and recombines on the keynotes and on Ask Gary V's, send those out to the outsourced folks. I'll continue to do all the DailyVee work. And so hopefully with that all being the split on everything, it will give me, you know, all that time back. I mean, we're talking a lot of time. So that should allow me to then either get much more aggressive on the customer acquisition side or the sales funnel side, which I think is more the thing that I'm going to end up doing. I've found a new YEC member who really focuses on writing actually funny Facebook ads. And I think for what we do and how like captions get misdone in the auto generation feature, that we could have a lot of fun and make a lot of funny ads that will run really well. So I think that I'm going to end up using that service because it's a fairly cheap service at under $100 a go, and they produce multiple ad units for each one of those. So I'm cool with that. But that's kind of where today's at, where today's going. I'm super pumped and excited for today. And so, yeah, let's just get this one started. All right, guys, after 12:30, and I made an error. It's rare that I make these kinds of errors, but this time I just did it. I was working under the assumption for some reason, I think it was something that I saw in one of my inboxes, that the first piece on DailyVee 196 was the piece that was missing. So I just did it. Didn't check it, just sat there and did it. 7.5 minute piece. Wasn't really hard. Took me, all things said and done, including line leveling and auto timing, about 40 minutes. And then I go to piece together the entire episode. Yeah, it was the third piece that was missing, not the fourth, not the first. So yeah, I needed time to walk away, so I did the quick edit, vlog edit, and it's currently exporting. All that good fun. And so that's why I was able to walk away, but I was super frustrated, to be absolutely honest. So 11-minute vlog, exporting. Takes me about 20 minutes to do this walk. Should be coming back to a fully done, fully rendered 4K file, which I'll then do the upload on while I start making some lunch. I'll eat said lunch, and then I will handle section 3 of DailyVee 196. Super frustrated. But at this point, I will get it all caught up. I'll get it done. There's no question that I'll have that done by 6 p.m. There's no question in my mind that Clintus's video, which I've got a little tip that it's not
as long as some of the ones have been recently. It's not going to be 20 minutes. So that'll get done by the outsourced folks. I'm going to let that fall through so that I can work on the Vancouver one. That's the goal right now. You know, I'm going to punt the documentation until tomorrow in all likelihood. If I can finish all of the captioning work and have the board be cleared today, I would consider that a major victory. I'm still slightly scared that this either an Ask Gary V with Jessica Alba or the full keynote interaction that Jessica and Gary had yesterday is going to come up today. I think it was like a 90-minute session, like town hall session. So really like to not get that this week. But if it does happen, it won't be the end of the world. So yeah, that's the plan, and just enjoying the sunshine and the 77 degrees out here in Phoenix. It's gorgeous right now.
Currently 5:45. I just finished my 4th shorty of the day, and there were some weirdnesses with one of the shorties that people were changing URLs and removing versions and changing versions and not properly documenting it, and therefore wasting my time. And I got super upset about that a couple hours back, to the point where someone removed an entire row of data from the queue, which they can do because it's technically a VaynerMedia sheet, and then changed the URL to make it look like I didn't do my job. You know, I understand they make changes, I get that, but there's a procedure in place for them to make that known, to resubmit it, to tell me to stop working on something and work on the version they do need done. It seems weird that you can't follow these procedures. Like, they're set up for you to be successful, but at this point, I'm not willing to super fight about it because, yeah, like, I'm in a really good spot. DailyVee 196 done, DailyVee 199 done, so all my DailyVees are done. All my shorties are done. The only thing that's outstanding is this Vancouver talk, which I didn't get a chance to get to today because, quite frankly, well, I kept getting interrupted, and this shenanigans and horse crap with that, it's so frustrating. Additionally, a lot of the time that I would have spent on that this morning would have went to DailyVee 199. So the only thing that's outstanding today for today's workload is Clintus's 1830, being worked on by an outsourced captioner, 16 minutes long. So kind of in a good spot with him. I'm going to let that be done by the outsourced captioner. I'm going to pack up all of my stuff for tonight because Carlin wants me to go over to her place, have dinner, run a load of laundry there because I haven't had a chance to do it because I've been stressed out all week working my face off. So I'm going to do that at her place while I have the chance. And I think, quite frankly, she needs a little extra time with me just to kind of chill out and handle her apartment final pieces. I think we're going to go out to dinner. You guys may or may not see bits and pieces of that. They don't know the world of pain that Andy and Gary have signed them up for. It's going to be real fun because that 4-minute video that I just finished that you see behind me being sent off, yeah, that was 45 minutes worth of work. 10x multiple. All right, guys, obviously it is the next day, and that is what happens when I go over to Carlin's place, and she just wants help. She needed help getting everything kind of finished up and ready for the move, and so we did that. We went to dinner, and we came home, and we chilled, and we didn't want to do anything. She wanted to play a card game Uno at her place as we were walking back, and no joke, within 15 minutes of us getting back to the apartment, she was asleep. So kind of one of those things where she needed that. She woke up about 2.5 hours later, and we just cuddled in bed kind of thing. And then, yeah, went to bed, woke up. She woke me up at an ungodly hour. And I then, helped her with the final pieces of the move, packing up her stuff into my car, into her car. And so, yeah, kind of one of those things where you just kind of do it. But thank you so much for your time and your attention. I appreciate them both. And remember, you never stumble upon opportunity by standing still, so go do cool stuff. Bye for now.